I disagree.
Okay,
I disagree, but with parentheses.
sure.
I think if they continue the way they're operating now, then it's going to be very difficult for these franchisee dealers to keep growing.
Mhm.
And I think they need to adapt to what's happening right now in the market, understand that, and then allow, I think, franchise dealers, and they need to understand like what the landscape is looking like, what those rules are looking like. They need to adapt to the market, grow, give them more flexibility, give them more support. So I do think there's a lot of power in the geographical distribution of the franchisee, and they have relationships with customers for years and stuff like that. So they can have such a large impact, and that's why some of these brands are going for the franchise model, because those dealers already have those networks and they already know the products really well, and they know the car industry really well, especially in certain geographic locations, right? They're specific to their areas and they know what the people around them need and wants and stuff like that. But if the OEMs in those markets don't evolve and allow them the tools, then I think the dealers are gonna find it very hard to compete with some of the direct consumer models.
Yeah, I don't think the dealers are staying still, right? That's the reason, companies like us have a role. Right?
Yeah.
I think all of these dealerships are starting to understand the limitations of the data that they have, right? So they're starting to clean up all that data, unifying from a DMS to an ERP to a CRM, just trying to bring all that data together and have control over what's going on, I think is one of the very hot topics that dealers are talking about at the moment. So I think the entire industry is gearing towards a much more efficient way of running the car business. So no, I don't think they're standing still. And I don't know what the franchise model looks like in 10 years, but for the time being, I don't think anyone's really staying still and hoping that things never change. I think the writing on the wall is very clear, and a lot of dealerships are taking steps to make sure that they're future proof as well.